Welcome to this explainer. Elections in the United States really aren't just about those big speeches or fiery debates. Beneath all that, they are actually billion-dollar operations. We're talking massive, highly orchestrated machines, powered by data, psychology, and some incredibly precise targeting. So let's dive right in and ask the crucial question. How do candidates actually win? Getting over 100 million people to agree on literally anything is a pretty monumental task, right? It definitely doesn't just happen by accident. Let's break down the hidden strategy.
We are going to lift the hood on this modern election machine. Today's playbook covers 5 key steps: selling the story, the campaign machine, data and digital warfare, the battleground strategy, and lastly, defining the opponent.
All right, Section 1, selling the story. Because in a campaign, narrative is absolutely everything. Winning campaigns don't just hand you a dry 50-page policy PDF and expect you to read it. They sell a story. Take Barack Obama's Hope and Change, or Donald Trump's Make America Great Again. These aren't just catchy slogans for bumper stickers. They're emotional anchors. They instantly communicate a vision of the future.
And here is the reality of it. Voters often connect way more deeply with identity and feeling than with detailed policy. When you step into that voting booth, it's usually a gut-level choice, right? Who gets you? Who represents your tribe? That emotional bond is the bedrock of any winning strategy.
Moving along to Section 2, the campaign machine, which really comes down to fundraising power.
Executing a national narrative is massively expensive. Regulated by groups like the Federal Election Commission, campaigns pull from 3 main buckets to raise billions of dollars. You've got small online donations from everyday folks, massive checks from big donors and PACs, and unlimited independent spending from super PACs. All that money, it's the fuel for the endless advertising, outreach, and total visibility needed to win.
Which brings us to the third phase, data and digital warfare. This is all about persuasion at scale. Modern campaigns are essentially massive 24/7 data machines. Step 1, analyze. They look at your voting history, your social behavior, your demographics. Step 2 is deliver. They take all that profile info and serve you tailored messages. This is exactly why you and your neighbor might see completely different political ads on your phones, highlighting hyper-local issues. It's persuasion custom-built just for you.
And this digital warfare maps perfectly to the platforms we use every day. Facebook gets weaponized for viral, highly shareable clips. X uses influencer messaging to push talking points. YouTube becomes the battleground for rapid responses. These campaigns are running non-stop in the digital space to completely own the narrative on your feed.
On to Section 4, the battleground strategy. This is where votes matter most.
The harsh geographic reality of U.S. elections is that thanks to the Electoral College, not all votes carry the same weight. Campaigns don't fight a 50-state war. They laser focus on swing states. Places like Pennsylvania, Florida, and Michigan become total battlegrounds. Winning just a handful of these key states can quite literally decide the entire presidency.
But hey, even with all those sophisticated algorithms, the traditional ground game is still absolutely essential behind the scenes. Armies of volunteers are out there knocking on doors, phone banking, target specific voters, and local events help build genuine trust. That human connection still matters tremendously, even in a hyper-digital age.
Finally, Section 5, defining the opponent, the art of opposition framing.
You see, campaigns don't just spend billions promoting themselves. They have to aggressively define the other side. Through relentless attack ads, debates, and carefully spun media narratives, they shape perception. They're playing with our most powerful emotions, trust and fear. Often, they manage to turn a super complex election into a stark, binary choice between 2 carefully crafted images.
So, to wrap up this explainer, U.S. elections are absolutely not random. They are a precise mix. The winner is usually whoever can most effectively combine these 4 things: storytelling, money, data, and strategy. Put those together properly, and you've got an unstoppable machine.
So, the next time you're watching an election campaign unfold on your feed, ask yourself this: are you choosing or are you being strategically persuaded? Thanks for joining me today to break this all down. Keep your eyes open out there.